Hello everybody, it's Level 4 for another episode of Final Fantasy X-2 HD. In the last episode we continued Chapter 5 by going to Besaid and Kilika Islands and celebrating Wakka's new baby and reuniting Donna and Bartello. Today we're going to be heading to Luca and okay, that says 80%, but we should be at 81%. That's not good. Okay, I'm not sure why we're at 80%. It might just be one of those things
the day
where
that Blitz freaks across Spirit have been waiting for is finally here.
you know, it's just kind of finicky.
That's
or maybe
right,
it's because
folks.
I skipped the
Blitzball
scenes
season has
when I was
begun.
replaying it.
Wow, is it that time of year already?
I wonder if Wakka and the gang are here.
The Aurochs aren't coming. I hear they've got their hands full with babysitting.
Aw, they should have just brought Vidina along.
And guess what? They want the Gold Wings to compete in their place.
What?
Are you serious? All right, I've always wanted to play Blitzball.
Why do we have to play?
Don't sweat this small stuff. Leave everything to me. Me!
So, are we in or what?
Fine.
I have been practicing my diving a lot. You know. You might be surprised.
Okay, so yeah, we can play Blitzball now. We're not going to. Blitzball is completely optional in this game, and it gets you some interesting stuff. Stupid Luca goers. Won't be much of a season without them. Okay. Yeah, so there's a bunch of cool stuff. We'll have an episode where we try it out, but that will not be this one. What we are gonna do is head out to the Mihen Highroad exit, because there is a scene that we need to get for episode complete over here. Like curtains? Oh wait, no, it's the only chest. Is this? Oh. We can't right now. I'll go to that later. Where do we have to go? Like here? Oh, okay, we have to go over here. Remember, this is where we learned how to laugh? And the whistle.
I practiced. Wherever I go, Spira is full of places tied to my memories. Memories of my journey. Memories of you.
Oh, look at the little guy.
What's wrong? But it's... You can't see it?
See what?
You need a break?
No, I'm gonna follow this floating Moogle.
Wait here!
Oh wow, we actually have just full-on mission time here. Follow that Moogle. It's a furtive, floating, fluffy, flying Moogle. What more do you need to know? Chase after it! It's interesting that chest isn't over there this time. Memories.
one else can see it?
We have a lot of history, you know, in Luca. A lot of history in Spear in general with Tidus, but like, there's a lot that went down here. I have to put that on. Like this. Like this. Where are you taking me now, buddy? The docks, I guess? Yep. There you are. Yeah, the ship that we got off of. Alright, and then everyone was just like, everyone is Seymour's here! And we're like, oh, who the heck is Seymour? Seymour's a Maester of Yevon.
These are our memories. Yours and mine. But I don't think I'm ready to let them be memories yet. Maybe I'm confused, but it's okay.
What's with you?
A dream, I think. My heart won't stop pounding.
That's not a dream. Not if your heart's pounding like that. You and someone you care about are connected somehow. That's what it is.
Oh yeah?
How worldly.
I felt that way too.
Oh yeah?
About who?
I don't know.
Spill it.
Maybe we can trade secrets.
I like the role reversal here.
You drive a hard bargain.
I guess everyone's like this. We cling to our secrets, our doubts, our memories. We're never able to put them aside. Even though they confuse us, there are some things we can only find in that confusion. I think it's okay to feel that way.
There it is. Memories. All those memories. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do, Riku's big secret. Oh, I think I already know. Wanna know my big secret? Too bad, no hints for you. Bet it's not me. Unless it's Gibble, I don't know. We're gonna head to the Meathead Highroad. Rin says he solved the mystery. He's gonna tell us. Look sharp, Gumshoes. So let's... would you mind waiting at the travel agency? Not at all. I don't care. Rin's waiting outside. Let's see who the culprit is.
I am glad you are all here. I would like to talk about the recent string of incidents occurring on the Highroad.
Ah, look at the little guy. First, let us discuss the circumstances surrounding the hover crash. Marks found along the new road seem to indicate something fell from the road into the ravine below. The injured person found near the crashed hover has been identified as its pilot. Now let us consider the runaway drone Machina. The Machina can only be configured for operation through a control panel behind the agency. Naturally, I considered that someone might have tampered with that control panel. However, after seeing a man fall off the agency's roof, another possibility struck me. As an impact, were it strong enough, could also be enough to cause a Machina to malfunction. Such an impact would not necessarily require beastly strength. Even someone weak could deal a forceful enough blow with a little help from nature. Suppose, for example, someone were to jump down from a great height. That would do it.
Now then, let us try to figure out who perpetrated these nefarious acts. We have already heard some testimony. The hover lost its balance and overturned while attempting to avoid a passerby. But who could that passerby be? According to the hover's pilot, it was an Albed female.
Gasp.
We found footprints on one of the malfunctioning Machina. So, let me ask you all. Has anyone recently been to the ruins at the Highroad's south end?
We have.
And does anyone recall jumping down from a great height?
What? No one else?
One final question. Would the Albed ladies please raise their hands? Please try to recall what happened, Riku.
Yeah, there's Callie down there as us
She looks happy.
with the mission
Whatever
complete
works
there.
for her.
Shall we?
Whoop. Oh no! Oops.
It was me!
Precisely. The hover crashed while trying to avoid hitting
There's a
you,
couple other things
and
that could
you
implicate
caused the
her, but we
drone
missed
Machina
out
to
on them.
malfunction when you landed on it. You, Riku, are the one who caused these two incidents to occur. I am sure you meant no harm, but your carelessness invited disaster. Allow me to determine Riku's sentence, if I may.
What sentence?
Didn't expect trash duty.
Phew, glad that's all over.
You must be tired.
As Nato the noob.
Why the chocobos?
They were being employed to power a ferry boat, so I purchased them.
That's great. But can I go home now? I picked up all the trash.
All of the trash?
Every last piece. Look.
Oh boy.
Oof, yo.
No way.
I thank you for your hard work.
Well, get plucking.
Ugh, this stinks. Feathers aren't trash.
Alright, and that is an episode complete for Meathead. And we get the Ragnarok accessory. For now on, you can ride chocobos in the Meathead Highroad. Talk to the hover attendant for more details. Hooray! So yeah, that's our reward for getting an episode complete here. We did everything that was necessary to get Riku implicated in this, because that is what we needed for episode complete. But like I said in the past, you could also get Rin. Looks like our garbage hunter's trashed. I don't want to see a chocobo ever again, or something ever again. A chocobo something again. Feather? Feather. I don't want to ever see a chocobo feather again. Yeah, so we did our best to get Riku implicated, but you could get Rin, you could get the chocobo eater, you could get the prophet, you could get Callie. But this is the best option for us because it lets us ride the chocobos and it gives us an episode complete. But if you were to get Rin, if you were to do all the stuff that was necessary to get Rin implicated in this, you would get, one second, you would get, oh no, it's not back here. Have it written down. You would get Gippel's sphere, which is a non-necessary sphere for the game with just a little Easter egg in it. So unfortunately we're not getting that. Insignia of Magic reduces MP cost to 0 during battle. So that's kind of awesome. I kind of want to give it to you. I know Power Wrist is good for you, but you've been using a lot of MP. So yeah, we're gonna. That's still a fantastic accessory. So there is a bunch of stuff to find on the Meathead Highroad. I guess I'll show it to you now, but I'm gonna have to replay the beginning of the chapter on my own time to try to figure out where we went wrong with the percentage points. But in the meantime, I want to ride a chocobo. Okay, once you paid, you get free to ride chocobo until you leave the Highroad. If you leave the Highroad, chocobo will head home on its own. Okay. So, oh, that doesn't change the music for that's cool. So you could, oh my god, that's fast. So you could still talk to people. I don't think we get into battles with the chocobo while riding the chocobo. So we can still do the publicity and stuff just by talking to people. It's the exact same button presses. X to talk to a person or square to do the publicity stuff. There's nothing back here. Okay. So I'm going to just go around. Yeah, we have those spheres. I'm just going to go around look for treasures because we can do that really quickly now. 3,000 gil, and there's a few treasures we can only get with chocobo. So I'll be sure to show that off and draw attention to it. Two remedies. High potions. Titanium bagel, that's cool. Two remedies again. Oh, chest right over here. 5 softs. I believe we can jump up here or something. No? Okay, we get high potions. And the chest back here is echo screens. Okay, so now there's a couple of things that you can only get with chocobos, so I'm gonna go to those. Oh, sneaky. 2 M-bombs. Okay, and over here. There's like a little chocobo feather on the floor here, so you should be able to... Oh, am I ever? Yeah. You just have to kind of stand there for a bit. That's interesting. Get some Phoenix downs. Neat. And next we go off screen and come back, I think. And go to the same spot. I don't know how you're supposed to know this. No? Oh, yeah, okay, there we go. I pressed A. And you go down instead. How the heck you're supposed to know this, I don't know, but we get the Victor Primoris, which lets Pain's special garment grid do 9,999 damage. Or, yeah, break the damage cap. That's what I mean. Now, the last thing to do in Mihen, which we're not going to be doing right at this moment, is actually a secret dungeon. And in order to access this, you have to go to Clasco in the Comlands and send out a whole bunch of chocobos, and they find the dungeon for you. So we're not going to be doing that right at this moment. Instead, we're just going to end things off and in the next episode head to Mushroom Rock Road and see what we can do there with the for an episode complete. But yeah, in between episodes, I am going to do my best to see where we're missing that percentage, because yeah, it should have been more. I'm wondering if it's from the... I don't want to say if I want to board the airship. I'm wondering if it's because I skipped the cutscenes in Kilika, but that shouldn't make any difference because you get the points for the episode complete. So, yeah, I'll have to see. But right now we have 81%, where we should have a solid 82. So, yeah, I have to see where we miss things out on. But I'm going to do that on my own time. Yeah, but thank you very much for watching. This has been Sephiroth 4 with Final Fantasy X-2 HD. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.